Hello. Back at it again with the Disco Elysium. When we left off, we rage quitted because of the hanging body.
Looking right through you. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked. The material, delicate. These are clearly not.
Indeed. Ceramic plate, under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is
Not too much, yes. It's a sorry situation, I agree. The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more arm after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know. No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirt we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics. They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company, but that's just hearsay. Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action. The metal connects with the same ding. The sound does not appear to get louder.
Did you hear that? A click? This is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads the incoming energy horizontally, from plate to plate. When the plates connect, there's a click. That's the sound you heard. See these lines?
Faint, organic, like the scales of some ancient white monster, cracked and pearly. The cadaver slowly
Not gonna fall off the boots.
His torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. Lip and intricate web. His corpse is marked by stars. Alcohol? Your fist clenches suddenly. Decay is creeping on the tattoo. Already, most of the canvas that's holding it has darkened.
A map of the stars.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Sure, just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms. His eyes are milky. Dark brown hair grows on his head.
Please move.
Gone. In the past. The blue heart. Fucking heart.
He means force. It'll work.
I'm a joke. Look at me. There is nothing funny about jokes either. A killer. A Go ahead, Coppo. What do you mean? It's the power of your imagination. Go ahead. Ask me because coming right up. Fuck no. You're no Rooney. Listen to yourself. You're not a Raphael anything. You're probably just Harry or something. That's right. Harry. You might be onto something there. Because you have loved it, me and Brother Copo. It was love all along. Sure, Lobo. Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. I am all you have. Then you come back later, Copo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features.
As you narrow your eyes, only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands.
How should I know why you are squinting, officer? Oh. You are trying...
The monster comes back into...
So, what do you think? I agree. Totally dead. Absolutely.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten.
The victim appears to have contained no...
The fuck are you saying?
Talking about shit.
Maybe. I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. Everything here seems to corroborate that as...
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done. The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material. Someone else? You mean like the police?
That's exactly call the police.
Someone already did. You know who came? We did. Because we have made bad life decisions. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a climb up there, and there has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees. I was really hoping we wouldn't.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How? Yes, the buckle, where it ties.
Yeah, now
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
I'll blow his head off.
Take it! Take the shot!
yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit.
Silence. And produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke.
God damn it.
Fucking idiot! Mookabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he? Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Cloud.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with... I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board. Just relax. The 2 sides of the board the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, without resistance or sound, the two ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revish. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of... It smells of chewing gum, exactly like the gum wrapper you found. The same brand of chewing gum. Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round, a young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you. Throw it away. Please. A merciful wind blows in from the bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into it. Frisson covers your entire body, a feeling of cold, a persistent chill. Your hands shake, holding onto it. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on. To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything all right?
Ah, so there's the intro done.
There is nothing. Again. Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout. Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia. That's me. Blue eyes, that's me. Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
The call when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause. Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape, its lack of beauty was not the problem.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules. No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
Yes, they're pouring some.
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened? You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to. 10 minutes, maybe. Right. You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Face.
Good.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Oh yeah, it was. I wanted up something. Pretty sure it was like a check. Oh, it was a check of some sort for the jacket up there.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the rail.
Au revoir.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing.
Come on.
No one has claimed it for them.
God damn it!
No, no. That's still too...
Sure. Just be careful, okay? Looks like you almost strained a muscle there.
The man before you is naked, but
Yes, we do. It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks here.
They only have one gun.
oops.
This is the so.
Officer, why do we only have one gun? That is even more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana poika. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
The buckle comes into focus.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you...
Your field of view.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty? Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
I agree. Enough gunslinging for today. We need to access the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to have it taken down. They have the tools, and they have men. I did not want us to be indebted to Everard Clare. I wanted us to be able to deal with it ourselves.
You need to suck my dick! Why the fuck am I still alive?
He's a dangerous and corrupt man, and we cannot predict what he will want from us in return.
Praise you, man. Yeah, something cool about this game that I noticed on my first time playing through this game is that you wind up if you wind up sprinting too often, they'll actually comment on it.
That isn't just a five-pointed star. The star and antlers was even today, half a century up to symbolize also the wreath of antlers, because white, nothing at all yet.
Yet.
A plaster cast bust.
Well, poses their guns. Yep, they sure do. Postcard.
You hear someone walking around inside. The walking stops abruptly. You can feel tension on the other side. A poor communard from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant?
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
Alright, Cleo. Hey, don't do that. Well. Well. Ooh, that might have some money in it. $0.15. Make yourself comfy, Cleo? Yeah, you make yourself comfy. I need to make my way up there. Somehow. There we go. We have enough to make rent for tonight. That's good. Or 28 or what is yours? What? That's trap. Bird.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. You have no clue. It's just a wall. So many walls all over Martinez. Weather-worn.
Oh, hi, Houdini. Yep, I have windows. Houdini, can't you see that I'm busy? Better let your mouth around me, boy. Why do they put few cats in plastic bags? Dare not just be sitting in front of my... I'm busy, Houdini. Houdini, you brat.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Oh, hi, Gilbert. Mike, Leo.
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and biographies of famous people.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved. That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
She is unfazed by your questions. She would consider it impolite to point out any perceived weirdness.
Board games are like little games on a table.
Houdini.
To pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards. My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise people might...
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling.
I could help by brutally dismantling the free market.
Glad to help Mum out with the store. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
That's cool, anyway.
Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity. Mum says it's necessary to do both, because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
Hey, Social now.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go... Exactly, but we've been doing fine so far. They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses.
Damn, that sucks. Most of the anarchists I follow are good people.
Of course, sir. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals. And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him. You don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. Head, yes, but that's like the same thing.
Sounds a bit like collective punishment. I know.
Not really, sir. Yes, sir. He's just a fictional character. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books. It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir. It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something. Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end. These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that. Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting. That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Right about real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
What about a book where the man
I
lady...
haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure she can help out. Anything? Maybe some about other books?
stop calling me sir.
No,
I'm but a working
sir,
man.
I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough to remember to say it all the time. It's nice of you to say I could stop, though.
I got you. I, for example, can't stop making this
That's a
face.
friendly enough face, most of the time.
We're the famous people.
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
I think it doesn't make the readers more famous,
It does
does it?
make the famous people more famous.
And sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one
Why
day.
would they do that, sir?
Because I'll be a superstar cop. With papers and everything. That'll show them.
So cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun.
I need to do something now.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
What do you
Keep your
mean,
hands
sir?
forward.
She knows where this is going.
You need to be worried. I'm here to help.
She looks around anxiously. The lieutenant stands by, a facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals. She brings out her reddened hands.
Right, yeah.
I'm keeping my hands folded.
Yeah.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Child labor and dismal working to this.
I just read books. Haven't seen a rat in this building in forever. Maybe they're just afraid of books.
I hope this entertained you.
Okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You're quite
There's
sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
Because you usually aren't.
And I'm having a grand time.
I sure hope you are, sir.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
You think I can get this?
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Yes, I stand in this spot all the time. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir. Telling people about being a star or something. Of course, you've stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
Thanks,
Yeah,
I'm trying.
I see. You don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy. Oh baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
I didn't know I had to do that.
There's
I'm glad
something
I
else.
helped you, sir.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. So cool. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit. Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Baye, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights. With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you alone. Hey, psst. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Oh, hell yeah. Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
I don't get that.
What about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is, you've woken up from 1,000 years of slumber, promising to erect a version of communism
There's that face there.
greater than any attempted before. Is that true?
How come there's a war on the
You
street?
keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Alright, that sounds like me.
Funky style. Very funky. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Time to start building
The
communism.
firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Looks like reaction.
Can I help you?
Your first concern.
I hope you found what you were looking for.
Strange.
Strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
What's this? This
Trash
trash can.
collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Thanks.
Yes.
So that's that money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it? A
What's
lot. A lot. For the like what? I was rarely enjoying talking about the money you owe me. What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
How am I supposed to, do this?
Yes?
Okay.
Do you want to know?
Literally anything about it. I can't remember a single thing.
Ah, yes. The case brief you missed. Now I remember. 3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer.
We're from different precincts. Why are we on the same page?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
You mean?
Don't know. I assumed you were in on it.
I don't remember being in on there. No, I'm in on much greater amnesia.
An imbecile cop-off. It's just stupidity.
That's stupidity.
Our precincts can decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
So over who runs Martinez?
Sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
Yes, I'm an unrepentant spoilsport. Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist. No. Oh no, it's very imaginable. We fail to place responsibility for the hanging. The harbor company see the situation is out of control, so they bring in local law enforcement. Solving one little homicide decides nothing. Not solving it can have real and calculable effects. Things can always get worse. Matter of fact, augury, we should move. Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Lonesome, long way home.
Yippee!
Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Maybe sea monster did this to the plaza. Fountain doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it.
Yes?
Because you're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right.
Damn, I almost got it.
If you're so well qualified, why can't you remember why you were sent? Anyway, don't keep the lieutenant waiting.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Whatever you say, officers. Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while. God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine. Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
I heard.
Apples? Yeah, apples?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
That bird's legs, right?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. The back end of the cabin is a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Password, listen.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
Try the jump. Up there on the roof. It'll be worth it. Else there is little choice but to figure out a way to deal with the man.
I had to level it up again.
Can I help you? Another thing. Yes. Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit. A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing.
Come on, talker hunt.
Just claim it for their own. Nope, no.
Sure. Just be careful.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing.
Oh, let's fucking go.
As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, tingling your senses. Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below. As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive. Alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
With your feet
Hell
firmly
yeah.
planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Let's fucking go. Fucking rainwater. Bring something poisons. We're back to our cigarette butts. And we're sending people all to come to our end and put in Pilsner. It's fucking payday. No, get rid of this hat.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads Rene Arnaud.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean, and this looks like the inhabitant is rather pedantic when it comes to order.
Let's get going. The entire neighborhood can see us over here.
Does that have something for me? Ooh. 119 real. Question. Go real. Yep. Taxidermy fish that tells time.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Well, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi, it's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat. I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another. So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help?
The chair you're sitting on has got
Yeah,
the most uncomfortable chair in the world.
Fun fact, you can actually fucking die from staying in the chair.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Okay, everyone.
But also, don't forget it. I'm just kidding, of course. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
How did you know about my lost gun?
Everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Oh.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Yeah, Kim.
We'll deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Claire's help.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it. You want to cry?
Mr. Dubois.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating.
Mr. Dubois. Mr. Dubois. Harry. Mr. Dubois, are you okay?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm a...
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself... It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally.
Mr. Claire, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
Here, community. Help a community now.
Him up there might start affecting some real estate values. But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you. Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down. And Jean, please take it easy with the race science. That's a yes to getting the body down, no to the race science. You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates. He's the big impressive one. You know, tattoos, muscles, ethnic looking. Can't miss him. Great guy. Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Alrighty. Not gonna lie, he kind of makes me think of the mafia boss from the original Fallout. I want to say his name was Mr. Bishop, but I'm not so sure. Ooh. Drip.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arret are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marsh on. Arret off.
I ain't gonna touch that. Relsund means Whale Fjord in Arden. Oh, hey.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
Use operator, all names on the back. Her worker is member of the board. And then the top flyers. Union logo and demand democracy. Oh, what's that?
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly...
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks. The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. 2 kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Got me a bottle of Sunny D on the desk.
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry. Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer. It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Blood?
Maybe just borscht.
All items on the list have been crossed out, and the drawer slides shut.
So let's copy machine on. Dark fluid in the pot looks almost sentient. Another postcard. Magnesium. Need office shades. Hell yeah, I'm cool now.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. Without resistance or sound, the two panels, the words just crossed your mind somehow. Who do you think? It's slightly, ever so slightly, difficult to breathe once you've done so. Your hand shakes. You're flushed with adrenaline.
I should have invested the point in logic.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go. So it was. You surmounted the harbor wall in a display of athletic prowess to reach me.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you. Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
Alrighty then.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Apparently so.
Ooh, I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya, by the way.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
Look at
Also,
you!
a second too.
RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Evrod's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
Yes, an unbelievably corrupt cop.
A shrill laugh.
Corrupt just, and corrupt every opportunity I get.
It's Kuno. Then, the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
Thank you for your cooperation, Measurehead.
Lamb sandwich. You are a Union man from now on.
Damn, I should have gotten whatever's in that crate. Oh, hopefully it'll fuck right off soon.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Oh, it's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy. Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Don't we have someone else for this? The doctor?
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work, everything. You are.
I feel like I'm a detective.
I would have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now, the way I see it, it's either this, or we complete the initial interviews. We already met Evrard, but didn't quite get this interview done. For that, we have to ask him about the lynching. There's also Wild Pine's representative in town. She could have some information. Not much later, I hope. He's about to melt away soon.
The rotting man, the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them. Unfortunately, no. They are better than nothing. Tell you what, I perform the anatomical side of things while you will take notes. That's right.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
That's you.
Assistant.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings.
Rafael Ambrosius Costello.
The next box says...
KK57 dash 0803.0815. Next, NA. Next, NA. Roughly 50.
The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
Mondial.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Fucky fucky!
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
We're still going with March 4th. 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
None. At least not after the initial examination. Then again, the right lividity is easy to produce if you know what you're doing.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-Delorian burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbat puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. The building is tall, 7 stories wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide, the other an accident, the small one. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today, 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodin, I think.
See, it's happening.
Babrodin, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing. Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short. Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Trying to jump in meant for high velocity.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the bell so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
I think we got these chain cutters.
Now, we need to cut the bell to see the ligature mark.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread, rising from the
Please, please.
After some deliberation,
Yes.
you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
No, it's gonna happen. See,
I fucking knew it.
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury. Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin. Last item, hands.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name? I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia? Nothing does. This was pleasurable. We should do this more often.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling. I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next? Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth. Hepatobiliary. NA. Are you a hepatobiliary expert? Same for toxicology and serology. NA. Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila. What's next on the list? Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too. Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer? Agreed. Next injury? So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Right. Next. Nothing. Just in case. A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured. The cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. He is deep in thought, eyes fixed on the bright red ring around the dead man's neck.
Why do you say that? Did you? I'm not so sure.
God damn it. Oh, god damn it.
No, officer. I'm afraid I disagree now. We should leave the question open, at least for the time being. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over. It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal. We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say?
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
It was an irregular. We were thorough with the list.
Oh yeah, well...
Now, you see, that worries me. You will die if you drink. You know that, don't you? You are proving a useful detective.
Please get yourself together. The lieutenant from Precinct 57 thinks.
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
He's thinking, did I miss something? You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, His torso with its swollen organs. His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
I guess so.
Well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to come. It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails.
Kuno looks like he gets around. Knows Martinez. And its fridges too, probably.
This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of... Yes, at last. You find a way to piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. HDB 41, date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120117000, the Next World Mural. Why yes, your precinct number is 41. Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say, I got nothing here either. Logic really, yeah, we're staying out of this business for now. It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start? This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class."
Yeah, fuck the middle class.
That thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the Next World Mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown. The case files do not show you finding the author of the design. The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villa Lobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between 2 options, a staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it.
It's human nature.
For a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us.
All that remains is to wreak havoc on the middle class.
It appears to have been a rare case of civil activity in the quarter, and agreement as well. What do you want to tackle next? Not much has changed in the meanwhile. Mazovian socio-economics. 0.000% of communism has been built. Evil child-murdering billionaires still rule the world with a shit-eating grin. All he has managed to do is make himself sad. He is starting to suspect Krasmazov fucked him over personally. with his socio-economic theory. It has, however, made him into a very smart boy with something like a university degree in truth. Instead of building communism, he now builds a precise model of this grotesque, duplicitous world.
Action everywhere. Downtrodden in the communists. Six in the afternoon. There's erotica without actual erotica. Operable.
You hear someone, a poor communard from the...
Do I have to? Do you have a warrant?
Let's go.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
I hope we did have reason.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis. I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
You're still worried. It's very worrying.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Oh, you'll find plenty of Martins here. Don't you worry. Pea-brain, someone played a trick on you. Martin Martinez is a name for anyone who comes from Martinez, like Jim Jamrock or Raoul Ravachol.
Oops, you really didn't get the joke there.
I thought it was obvious. Anyway, officer, we don't have the witness's name.
Yes, yes, I know who you mean.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tune.
What's he in trouble for? Talk? He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Ask away, policeman. The hell am I supposed to know? Another nut job, I assume.
She really doesn't like those nut jobs. Bad blood there.
Some lunatic lost his mind. All kinds of morons pass through these halls.
With how small these rooms are, wouldn't you want to break the wall down?
Oh, that one is a scientist. I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. Something to do with all those stars around his door. The symbol of what now?
Like in the revolution?
Heard of it. People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
They probably just moved or died. Hopefully somewhere else.
No one lives there. It's been empty for months. Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there. Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
She mumbles some kind of a response. You hear someone walking around and
Excuse me? Of course not.
scare them. Suspected of some big crime. You have plenty of reason to enter.
Oh, come on.
That was smart.
Hello, ma'am. I'm taking your fucking shoes.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
Her voice is really cheerful, despite her obviously hating you.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too? Very well, but please make it quick. I need to be back in La Delta in an hour. I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
Sounds like they knew how to have a good time.
Some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent.
A sudden serious look crosses her face. This story didn't have a happy ending.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry. Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone.
Oh, Vapor Dan. What's going on? Sorry if I overstimulated anyone, but how's it going? Where did you come from?
The sun must have...
Where did you go?
Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it. These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million-real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable. I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards. Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
Ah, you were playing Disco Elysium too, huh? That's nice.
Of course.
This is actually my second playthrough. First one I almost went homeless and got scared of losing the game. Anyways, I was actually planning on reading out to someone else. Oh yeah, by the union. I thought that happened to me too. These shoes. I'm not going to touch them. Yeah, did you know that you can die of a heart attack from sitting in the chair?
Can I help you? Yes, yes. For the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse into my fridge, right? Well, I have a fridge, and you're not putting it here.
I'm not even gonna ask for it. You're just gonna say something mean.
This is a culinary establishment, not a morgue.
It would only be for...
Lieutenant, you too? You're asking too? No. The answer is no. I will not turn this place into some kind of macabre circus.
Let's go talk to the frit clerk.
Read the...
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish. No, I don't think so.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but... wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir. Anything else I can...
Blow the whole thing on speed and gin right now.
No, I need to make it right.
Great combo. Ask some local dealers, maybe.
Reality.
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15. Yeah, that's why I'm working my arse off in Frit. So I guess, like, that's economic. I don't know. What about it? When ordinary people take over the government and, demands democracy? Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history, I mean. I don't know. Look at...
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent the clock doesn't work.
We're in Frit as mankind.
What will her essay prompt be?
We're in a transition. You know, transitioning from, cool. I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but not really. No. I didn't know at all. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Right behind you. Yeah. You're joking, right? Yeah, super funny.
Well. Hey, I've got a cat in my lap. His name's Houdini. He's sort of a brat.
you?
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonaught. For the fuck imp. Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing. Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno gets around. Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno? What's the return on Kuno's investment?
Kuno's a poor kid from a poor neighborhood. Say your job is on the line. He'll sympathize. Can't you see his hair is red? The color of social democracy? Not all of them. Social democrats have their hearts in the right place.
The fuck are you doing right now?
Don't pay attention to him. Just keep telling your sad story.
It's not that dramatic.
Kuno's never seen anything so lame. Listen, pig, if you were Kuno, the fuck would you care? See, sad shit? Kuno doesn't fucking care about this sad shit. Your sad shit. Now, how about you at least try to entertain the Kuno?
Why don't we go pester some other kids?
That's actually not such a bad idea. Kids do see stuff.
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield. Kuno, primal, violent.
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that book shit at Kuno. Kuno knows you're lying, trying to get Kuno hooked on the book.
The boy knows he has an addictive personality. Admirable insight for his age.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help! Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
Bang! Got fucked by the Kuno.
Well, shit. Bro looks like Kim. A lot of money, you know. Gotta spend money to make money.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 130 real. Yes?
I have barely half of that. Take your precious baby, you are. Yeah, you're such a precious baby, Houdini.
The door is closed. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you. He doesn't like with this. You should punch a fucking hole in it. The murmur in your ears recedes slowly. Your breathing normalizes. That's one lucky door. mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, the chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber. Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor, where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of vomit in here.
No problem, officer.
The fan stands still. The lights are on. The switch must be broken, because nothing happens. The bed is cold and
Oh, hell yeah, I can recycle this bottle. Can't recycle that one, though. Can't think of anything that I need right now. Like morning or sometimes. Sure. Go the superstar route.
the tear machine stands. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. Do you know what you should do with that?
Think I'm gonna call it here. I figure there is terrain. Let's raid Katsu. Playing Titanfall 2. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you next week.